Namaste and welcome back to Nispand. Today I have a question for you. Have you ever felt that you are not achieving enough, that you are not being successful enough? If the answer is yes, you are not alone. Most of the times we feel like that because we are not celebrating the small wins. We look at a big picture and we keep on waiting for a grand success to happen. And on the way, we forget to celebrate and recognize and acknowledge our small wins. Most of the times, we measure our success on a very big scale, on a scale where our small achievements look very tiny and easy to ignore. Have you heard about the 1% better principle? It says that if you improve just 1% every day, at the end of the year, you will become around 38 times better. 1.01 raised to the power 365 equals 37.8. So it says that just minor improvements, very small improvements of 1% every day can lead to a grand success and you become 37 or 38 times better. But the problem is that we don't celebrate these 1% improvements. We keep on waiting for us to become 38 times better. We keep on postponing that celebration and we do not recognize, we do not acknowledge, and we do not celebrate these 1% improvements every day. But progress happens in small steps. Everything worthwhile is achieved in small steps. And when we stop acknowledging those small steps, those small wins, we end up in a trap, we end up in a loop of feeling not achieving anything, feeling not motivated. And it leads to we staying the same or maybe achieving something but not feeling happy. So whether you are working on a business or you are working on your physical health or your mental well-being, do not wait for grand success to happen. Celebrate your small wins every day. Let's say you want to run marathon. Let's say you got interested in running and you want to run a marathon. Is it possible that you can run the complete 42 kilometers on the day one in a single stretch? No, right? You will start slowly. On the first day, you will go out, you will run for 5 minutes, you will jog for some time, and slowly you will gain the strength, you will gain the stamina, and one day you will be able to run 10 kilometers, then your half marathon, and then your full marathon. Now just imagine what will happen if you start comparing your day one with someone who has just completed their full marathon or maybe their half marathon in record time. You will feel nothing, you will feel very small because your success is not that great. But it's a success, it's a win, and you need to celebrate that. If you are not celebrating it, you will not be able to stay motivated and you will not be able to stay on the track of your journey to run a marathon. If you keep on celebrating it, one day you will be able to run a marathon for sure. And celebrating small wins is not just about feeling better, feeling good. It's not about just that. There is a science behind it. When we feel we have achieved something and we take time to celebrate it, a small dopamine is released in our brain. Dopamine is a reward hormone. It's a feel-good hormone. It keeps us motivated. It endorses the right type of behavior. So if we are running every day and if we are celebrating that, we will feel motivated to run every day. It will reinforce the positive behavior. So it's very important for us to celebrate our small wins on the path to become something great, something better. So how to celebrate these small wins? You need not throw a big party. You need not gift yourself something grand. You just need to take a moment to acknowledge your efforts. Once you acknowledge your efforts, you can give some time to feel it and just give yourself a mental high five. It can be as simple as making a journal entry or maybe a tick mark on your tracking sheet if you are tracking your success, or maybe just a mental high five. Okay, I did something great today. I did move my needle towards something which I am planning to achieve. It's a very simple process of acknowledging it and then celebrating it. It can be a very small gesture. Keeping a streak is a very good example. When people are able to maintain their streak for a couple of days, it becomes a habit because every time they do their lesson, they do their exercise, they hit a streak and then it progresses to the next day. They keep on coming back to the streak to take it to the next day. It's a very good example of endorsing the positive behavior. Just by a small celebration of moving the streak to next day, we keep on coming back to it. And there are people who have maintained very long streaks. just because there is an element of celebration after doing that particular lesson or after doing that particular exercise. So whether you are working on your fitness or your business, don't wait for the year end to come. Every day, at the end of the day, ask yourself, what did I do today? What small win was there for today? Was there anything which I did differently? And celebrate it. Take a moment to feel it and celebrate it. At the end of every productive day, you should ask yourself, what was the good which I did today? At the end of every week, you should have a schedule to reflect on the week and ask yourself, how did I move my needle towards the goal I want to achieve? Is there anything which I achieved? Is there anything I did which is worth celebrating? I'm sure you will find something which you have done differently, which moved the needle in the right direction, and take that time to celebrate it. Don't wait for the year end review to come. At the end of the year, you want to celebrate something big and you keep on waiting for that. Remember, I gave the example of 1% better principle. You need to celebrate those 1% wins every day. Only then you will be able to achieve that 38 times better mark. If you keep on waiting for that 37% better to become, it will never happen because you are not celebrating those 1% improvements every day. That is very, very important. So next time, whenever you feel that you haven't done anything and you feel that you haven't achieved anything, take a moment and reflect. Find out small wins, small actions, your small successes which you have achieved on the path. That will keep you motivated. That will give you the motivation to stay on the path of your success. Always remember, success always happens in small steps. It's a distraction which happens in a single moment. Success takes time, it takes efforts, and it also takes celebration of those efforts so that we can stay motivated, so that we can stay on the path. So thank you for watching, and if you want any more support on your path to wellness, you can consider downloading Nispand app. Keep getting better and keep celebrating those small wins. Namaste.